an update on the dragon's eggs. I'm going to start off by saying that I had something happen to me on Friday, which means that currently the right hand side of my face is paralysed. So I'm talking a bit funny, and there's certain letters that I can't pronounce properly, like P's and R's and stuff and words. So I'm trying my best, but if I sound a bit funny, that's why. So I left the dragon's eggs, or suspected dragon's eggs, in the vinegar. The calcium carbonate bubbled up. Thank you very much for the like, I appreciate that. The calcium carbonate bubbled up and bubbled off the dragon's eggs, so they now look like this. It's kind of like bits of cauliflower, I suppose, that are formed on top of the suspected dragon's eggs. So I'm going to wash that off now, and we're going to have a look and see exactly what they look like underneath. So I'll turn my hose on, so I'll do it using my hose pipe. Let's get it slowly working here, is it? Right, so I will, they look pretty cool, don't they? Oh, actually, I don't know. Hang on a second. So I really needed that picture of them for the thing later. Right, that'll do. That will do. Right, so we're going to wash off, there you go, it's coming off. We're going to wash off the calcium carbonate that's collected. Look at that. Off it comes. That was easy, wasn't it? So we're going to wash that off. See that? It even cauliflowered on the spoon. There you go, look. Again, for those coming in, I apologise if I'm talking funny. It's because something happened to me and the right side of my face is currently paralysed. So it's affecting my speech. But I'm doing the best that I can. So we will have a look here. Welcome. Right, look at that. So that's the calcium carbonate shell underneath, which should come off. There you go. Oh, look at that. That's coming off lovely. Way. Hello, everyone who's just come in. So we're now showing the final part of the reaction of the dragon's eggs. And the calcium carbonate shell is now peeling off beautifully. So that's like a hard casing that formed with the vinegar reaction. So it removed all of the calcium carbonate that was within the rock, or whatever this may be, because it was a suspected dragon's egg. And if you look at that, look, it's like a glassy sheen, and it's got bits of, can you see that? You see the crystal structure in there? So I'll try and get this off with my nail, and we'll have a good look at what's underneath. Hi. What is that and what's inside? Well, that's a good question. So I started off with what I thought were suspected dragon's eggs that I found in a river. And I'm not telling you my age, but I'm old enough, put it that way. I'm way old enough. And if you're asking that question, you're probably too young to even be on here. Even though I always specify on my videos, this channel is not for children. South Wales, that's where I'm from, in the UK. So if you have a look there, it's not showing properly, is it? But there is definitely crystalline structure in there. Probably mostly quartz, I would say. I'll zoom in on it in a bit. I'm just trying to clean the rest of this off, but it did naturally fracture in the first video that I did of this quite quickly. And then after that, I let it continue fizzing in the vinegar, which removes the calcium carbonate and causes a reaction. It starts bubbling off and collecting. And that's all I'm going to get off there for a second. So you can see the colour of the water. So we're going to get rid of that. Yeah, you see the remnants there of the calcium carbonate left. So I'm going to get rid of that too. Grab the hose again. And I will try peeling off the other one in a minute. Once I clean that out a bit more. And put some more water in there. Right, so that is the other half of the suspected dragon's egg with the calcium carbonate shell on it from the reaction. This one now has nearly been cleaned off fully. You can see the shimmer and the shine. It's a smooth crystal underneath. I think it's mostly quartz, and it's looking pretty good. I have to admit that the whole thing went better than I actually thought it would. I didn't think I'd have such a good result, as I wasn't even sure if it was a dragon's egg with any form of crystal or anything inside it. It just looked like one, and I thought it might be, but as it's turned out, it is definitely got a crystalline structure in there, and you can see it. It's smooth as anything, so it is definitely some form of crystal, whether it be a mixture of quartz and agate with a little bit of rock within it. I don't know, but it's definitely cleaning up very well. And it's shining really good. So I'm thinking I might actually try polishing it maybe, because it's already very smooth. There, you can have a good look at the structure in there. And it's looking very good. Very good indeed. And I'm surprised that that's come up so well. So the other half, which has got the calcium carbonate hard shell on it, that will hopefully clean up now good, like the one just now did. Once you can get in there and you can start attacking it a bit, it should be okay. It's just trying to get an edge. There you go. Trying to get an edge on it where it'll actually start coming away, and then it'll move away nicely and just peel off, and it'll be really good and smooth at the end, hopefully. Whoops a daisy. Is that a focus for there, isn't it? But the crystalline structure again, there you can see it shining, and you can see a crystalline structure within there. So it is definitely some form of dragon's egg. Whoops a daisy. And it is coming away beautifully. And being really smooth and nice underneath. Which it has turned out a lot better than I actually thought it would. Which is great. Look at that. I'm really happy with that. Really, really happy with that. I never thought I'd ever find anything like that in a river. So it's definitely got quartz in it. Might be a little bit of agate in it as well. Maybe. And there's definitely a lot of calcium carbonate that's come off, as you can see. Got all that, and all of that came from within it, because the thing is, when you have things like dragon's eggs, calcium carbonate builds up and then it ends up with this tough casing, and the only way you can really get rid of that is with an acid, which is what I did. So I put it in vinegar, and then it erodes it away and bubbles off over time during the reaction. And then it ends up looking pretty darn good at the end. That is so shiny. So I'll finish cleaning these up now, and I'll put a picture of them on there later, and you can have a good look at exactly how the finished product looks. I'm really happy with that. So shiny. So I'll finish cleaning them up. They're so smooth as well. It's amazing how smooth they are. There you can see the light, if I have it in focus, of course. You can see all the light bouncing off them, and you can see the detail in them. It's definitely quartz, probably a bit of agate. There you can see how the crust is formed, especially on this one. Now a good look at the calcium carbonate crust that formed in the reaction with the vinegar to get it out of there, because it's very difficult to remove otherwise. And I'll just put pictures in, and I'll show the finished product later. So thank you for watching, and ta-ra.